You win a ranked game, you get 18 LP, and then you drop 22 on the very next loss. And everybody's got a theory about why: promo throttling, loser's queue, or Riot personally punishing you for locking Yasuo. It's none of that, and honestly, the answer's been public since 2022, sitting in the description of Riot's own video about the climb. Here's the three cases they list there. Bigger LP gains and smaller LP losses means your MMR is higher than your rank. About equal in both directions means your MMR is equal to your rank. Smaller gains and bigger losses means your MMR is lower than your rank. That's the whole mechanic, and over 81,000 people have watched that video without ever opening the description. So if you're winning 18 and losing 22, the game has already decided you're worse than the badge on your profile says. You're not getting punished by Riot, you're getting corrected by Riot. Well, what's MMR? It's your matchmaking rating. It's the number that actually builds your lobby, and you're never going to see it. Riot's support page says it flat out. Your MMR is a secret, and the reason they give isn't the one you'd expect. They say pulling MMR out of the system and showing it to you strips away a lot of its context, which makes it less useful as a hard indicator of skill. So you're carrying two numbers at all times, and the hidden one does all the work. The other one's the badge, and Riot described the split like this. If MMR is your overall skill level, rank is a fluid representation of your current position on the path to fulfilling that potential. In normal words, MMR is where you already are, and rank is how far the ladder's caught up. The community wiki calls it the hidden matchmaking rating and says it stays hidden indefinitely. What the wiki does spell out is what MMR ignores, and it'll annoy you. Score lines like KDA and creep score are not considered in any way, because the system would be open to exploiting. A 14-2 game moved your MMR exactly as much as a 0-9 game would have. Who you win and lose against is the only input. And the matchmaker only ever looks at that hidden number. Riot's own definition of a fair game is each team getting a 50% plus or minus 1% chance of winning, built by pairing off teams of roughly the same average MMR. Nobody in that sentence is checking your rank. You need 100 LP to clear a division, and every one of those LP is the ladder paying out on a number you're not allowed to read. Now for the spicy one, Riot don't only admit the gap exists, they've written down what a ranked losing streak does to it, and it's rougher than most players think. Same support article, word for word. Getting multiple losses in a row signals to our system that your rank and MMR are no longer in sync. In an effort to fix this disparity, you'll lose more LP each defeat until your win rate levels out. More LP each defeat, so your fourth loss on the bounce costs more than your first one did by design, and Riot wrote that themselves on their own help page. And before the comments get there, this isn't loser's queue. The matchmaker is still building the same 50-50 lobby it builds every game, and what changed is the payout. The ladder decided it overpaid you, and now it's clawing back faster, which is why a bad night feels so much worse than 5 losses should feel. You didn't lose 5 games, you lost 5 games at a worsening exchange rate. And here's the detail almost nobody knows, and it's the one you can use tonight. You open your profile, you're sitting on a 55% win rate across a few hundred games, and your LP gains have gone soft anyway, which looks broken because 55% is a winning record. Riot answered that exact case. If you're at 55% after a steady climb, but your LP gains are slowing down, that likely means you had a higher win rate earlier in your climb, and something closer to 50% at your current position. Your lifetime win rate is an average over every rank you have ever been. It's still carrying the games you stomped in silver 8 months ago and dragging them into your emerald lobbies. That number is a memory, and your LP gains are live. So the big number on your profile is the lagging one, and the plus 18 is the honest one. If you want to know how you're climbing this split, stop reading your win rate and read your LP. There's a handful of other things pulling on your LP, and hardly any player gets told about them. The start of a season feels incredible, and there's a mechanical reason for it. Riot say you begin the new climb at a lower rank than you finished on, but your MMR stays at exactly the same spot, so winning pushes you quickly through the ranks. That's not you popping off in preseason, that's the gap closing. Duo queue costs you LP. Riot say queuing with somebody you know confers advantages the system takes into account when it builds your games, so you'll see slightly more difficult opponents or reduced LP gains. Playing with your mate has a price, and it gets charged in LP. You've also got 3 separate MMRs, one for normals, one for solo duo, one for flex, and your first placement in ranked takes your normal MMR into consideration, so every normal game you played before placements counted for something. Every ARAM did nothing. And queue time bends all of it. The wiki puts the matchmaker's behavior plainly. When it fails to find players inside its strictest limits, it loosens the restrictions a little and starts searching again. And if it keeps failing, you get larger and larger skill deviations between the best and worst player in the game. Riot's matchmaking page says the same thing from the other side, that the longer you wait, the more the system strays from your MMR or swaps somebody's position, because it's trading 3 goals against each other the whole time. Fair matches, the role you asked for, and a queue that actually pops. Sit there for 6 minutes and the lobby you get is a compromise. So let's land this. Every LP number you've been annoyed at is a readout of a number you're not allowed to see, and the direction of the error is sitting in the gap between your gain and your loss. Plus 22 and minus 18. So means the ladder owes you, and you should keep queuing tonight. Plus 18 and minus 22 means it thinks you're above where you belong, and the fix isn't dodging or a new main, it's enough games for your rank and your MMR to meet. And Riot flagged the good version of this as well. Their matchmaking article says if you're consistently getting put against opponents ranked above you, then congratulations. The matchmaker's starting to suspect you're worthy of higher placement. Harder lobbies aren't the system griefing you, that's the system betting on you. So go and look at your last win and your last loss. Drop both numbers in the comments and I'll tell you which side of your rank you're actually sitting on. And if you want the rest of these, where a system decided something and you got blamed for it, subscribe, because that's the whole channel.